Weightlifting grandmother, 58, defies critics told her women over 50 can't wear bikinis by flaunting. Personal trainer, Terry Coulter, 58, from Tennessee, was brought up in an active environment with her parents, committing to running every single day. She picked up on this habit as well as taking up various sports including horse riding, cheerleading, softball, cycling and hiking. While she was in her 20s, she was roughly 112 pounds and was a US size 4. After graduating from high school, her activity levels slowed down due to starting a full-time job, but didn't let that stop her from her dedication to staying fit. Terry now has 2 grown children, Hannah, 31, and Seth, who has a 3-year-old daughter named Paisley, AAA. The 58-year-old is told by strangers that they would be intimidated if they had a mom like her. Despite hearing people say that women over 50 shouldn't be wearing bikinis, Terry has shown off her body on stage for bikini competitions. My
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park,